right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Ellsbury fans as well as those of St. Charles. This is Adam Presswood, and this time I am not coming to you live from Ellsbury's beautiful Legion baseball field. I am at Blanchette Park in St. Charles at 1900 Randolph. If any of you are out and about and want to stop by, this should be a good one. We are just about 9 minutes away from the opening pitch. Ellsbury's AAA team, coached by Jason Howard, will square off against St. Charles in, I believe, the second round of tournament play here tonight. Ellsbury having beaten Wentzville yesterday at home. It is double elimination, so win or lose, Ellsbury should be back here tomorrow evening at the same time. Don't chisel that in stone. I'll find out for sure at the end of tonight's game. And for those of you who are already tuning into the video segment, you will notice a slightly different field view. Because of the way this diamond is set up, I do not have enough cord to come all the way behind home plate and give you the normal view that you're used to, so I am right along the first base line. We'll make do, and I'll make sure that I fully describe all of the things that are no longer visible in the video portion of the broadcast. While we wait, I do have starting lineups for both teams. I don't know if Ellsbury will be considered the visitors tonight. I'm assuming they will. They will send out number 42, Zach Richardson. He'll cover second base instead of short, which is his usual spot. Number 16, Robert Ragaman, will be out in the left. Number 2, Cole Dickherber, will be behind the plate. Number 35, Chase Bauer, often a DH, will be over at third. Number 11, Blake Kendall, is the DH tonight. Number 14, John Almas, comes off the mound, and he'll cover things in right field. Number 9, Jacob Stoley, will be out in center. Number 99, Hunter Klein, will handle things over at short. Number 8, Damian Cagle, will be over at first base. And number 21, Brennan Crenshaw, will be on the mound. Subs for Ellsbury are listed as number 34, Ian Porter. Number 30, Jared Doan. Number 24, Cameron Turnbull. And number 15, Tyler Turnbull. For St. Charles, we're going to see number 4, Drew Cannon, out in center. Number 5, Bryce Labarge at short. Number 40, TJ Young, over at third. Number 19, Nick DeBeer, will be at first base. Number 13, Jordan Dowdle, will be on the mound. Number 24, Colt Ohlendorf, will be behind the plate. Number 8, Ron Grainer, will be out in left. Number 3, Luke Harden, will be at second base. Number 10, Michael Winter, will be in right field. Subs for St. Charles are number 14, Dominic Pointer. Number 12, Colby Winter. Number 20, Tyler Winter. Number 36, Joe Lindsay. Number 27, Paul Myers. And number 2, Peter Keel. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing any of those. Sometimes we take our chances, and it does look like Ellsbury will be batting first, and they're going to send up. Actually, they've changed. No, they haven't. All right. Richardson is over there, a little further away than I'm used to seeing him. So it'll be Richardson, Ragaman, and Dickherber. Once again, on the mound for St. Charles is Dowdle. Going to go ahead and let this play through rather than break for a commercial, because I think that Dowdle only has a few warm-up pitches left. There's the call for balls in. The next one should be thrown out to second. I'm not sure about that. All right, there it is. Warm-ups are over, and Richardson steps up to start things off for Ellsbury here in the first. As always, should it start to rain and rain hard, even if the game continues, the broadcast will not. Especially since tonight I am not underneath any sort of cover at all. I'm spoiled out at Ellsbury. But hopefully, we don't have to worry about that. All right, here's the first pitch to Richardson, and he takes a ball high. Here's the next one. Up again, 2-0. That one was just a little low. It's a 3-0 count. That one found the mark. Strike one, 3-1 to Richardson. In the dirt, ball four. That's going to send Richardson down to first with a leadoff walk. And up steps Ragaman, Ellsbury's left fielder. Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt. It gets away. Richardson's going to make it down to second easily. Ball one to Ragaman. Dowdle checks the runner. Here's the pitch, and it's up for ball two. That one's in for a strike. 2-1. The pitch, low, 3-1. In the dirt, ball four, Ragaman with a walk. Runners at first and second now for Ellsbury, and that brings up number 2, Cole Dickherber, who's catching for them tonight, as usual. 2 on, nobody away. The pitch, in for a called strike. Swung on, and a little chopper over to third. Did they turn the double play? Yes, Richardson is out at third. Dickherber is out at first. Ragaman stays safe out at second. That sends up Chase Bauer, Ellsbury's third baseman. He's got a lot less to work with than he had a second ago. Dowdle delivers, and it's up for a ball. Swung on and fouled off somewhere behind me. An even count at 1 apiece. That one is in for a called strike as well. It's 1-2 to the hitter. Swung on and lined hard into center field. That one gets down for a base hit. 1 run is going to score awkwardly, but Ragaman is around. It's 1-0 Ellsbury, and Bauer is safe at first. Up steps Blake Kendall now, Ellsbury's DH. Should he reach, he'll be followed by John Almas. Here's the pitch. That one's in for a ball. Swung on and hit on the ground. St. Charles' shortstop slides over and makes the play, getting Bauer out over at second, and that is going to do it for Ellsbury in their half of the first. As we head to the bottom of the inning, no score. We'll be right back.
Ooh, hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird luck showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, fans, welcome back now for the bottom of the first. No score. And the hitter for St. Charles will be number 4, Drew Cannon, their center fielder. Ellsbury had quite a few runners on the pads in their half of the first and did manage to push Ragaman around. So I think I just said there was no score. I forgot they pushed Ragaman around. My apologies. It's 1-0 in Ellsbury's favor. But they stranded everyone else. All right, Cannon steps up. Here's the pitch from Crenshaw, and it's up for a ball. That one's up as well. Not very many strikes thrown by either pitcher so far. The pitch. Check swing, and that one's in for a strike, 2-1. Crenshaw delivers, and that one's in for a ball as well. It's 3-1. That one is swung on and hit in foul territory, but playable for Ellsbury's first baseman, and Cannon is out number 1. That'll send up number 5, Bryce Labarge. He's over at short for St. Charles. The pitch, in for a ball. Crenshaw delivers. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Swung on and chopped over to third. It takes a weird hop out of the glove, and LaBarge is safe over at first on the error. That sends up number 40, TJ Young. He's covering third base for St. Charles. 1 on, 1 out. A 1-0 lead for Ellsbury here in the first. And the pitch is in for a ball. Swung on and hit on the ground toward Richardson over at second. The quick play was over at second, and they got him for out number 2. Young reaches on the fielder's choice. That'll bring up number 19, Nick DeBeer. He's over at first base for St. Charles. A runner over at first, 2 away. Crenshaw delivers. And it's low for ball 1. Crenshaw throws over to first. The runner's back in time. That one's in for a strike. It's an even count now to DeBeer, 1 apiece. Swung on and hit high and hard out into center field. That one gets nearly to the fence before it's caught for out number 3. So the score stays 1-0 in Ellsbury's favor as we head to the top of the second. We'll be back.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Back now for the top of the second, a 1-0 lead for Ellsbury, and their hitter will be number 14, John Almas, who pitched a fantastic game last night against Winsville. The only reason they took him out was because of his pitch count. There's the throw down to second. All right, we're in business as Almas steps up. Here's the pitch from Dowdle. Almas takes a ball high. Pardon me. That one drops. It's 2-0. Swung on and fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the hitter. Pardon me again, fans. The 2-1 pitch from Dowdle in the dirt. That one was right on the money. It fills up the count now. That one missed. It's ball 4, and Almas has a leadoff walk. It brings up number 9, Jacob Stoley, Ellsbury's center fielder. Nobody out, 1 on. Still a 1-run lead for Ellsbury. They need all the insurance they can get. I've heard the St. Charles team is tough to get past. Here's the pitch. In for a ball. Dowdle throws over to first, and he made it interesting. Almost had to dive to get back in time, but he is safe. Swung on and hit deep into center. That one is caught for out number 1. That'll send up number 99, Hunter Klein. He's covering short for Ellsbury. 1 on, 1 out. And the pitch is in for a ball. Dowdle throws over to first again. Almas again has to dive in. The pitch from Dowdle is in for a strike. It's 1-1. Dowdle thought there was a runner at second. Here's the pitch. And it's in for a ball. That one missed. It's 3-1. Walks galore so far in this one for both sides. That one is in for ball 4. It looked like a pretty good pitch. It didn't miss by much. But Klein has a 1-out walk. Runners now at first and second for Ellsbury. For number 8, Damian Cagle. Here's the pitch, and it's in for ball 1. In the dirt, 2-0. All right, we've got time called by St. Charles. I'm going to stick with you. I'd be shocked if there was a pitching change. All right, we're back in business as Cagle steps up. Here's the pitch from Dowdle. Swung on, and what a shot. That is going to bounce all the way to the wall. Out in center field, 1 run will score, and Ellsbury is going to have runners at, well, two runs score on a couple of sloppy errors. Damian Cagle is out at home, but Ellsbury pushes 2 more across. It's 3-0 in their favor. All right, that starts things over for Ellsbury with number 42, Zach Richardson. He walked back in the first and was later thrown out at third. Here's the pitch, and he takes a strike. That one's inside. It's 1-1. I was at a loss to describe the action a few moments ago. With 2 aboard at first and second, Cagle buried it out in center field. Richardson chops to second. The throw over to first has him. So Richardson grounds out to end things for Ellsbury in the second. Not before they do a little more damage. They lead 3-0, and we will return.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, fans, back now for the bottom of the second. As I was saying earlier, in Ellsbury's half of the second, with runners at first and second, Damian Cagle drove the ball deep into center. 1 run scored easily. Cagle was a little too ambitious, as was the runner from first. They almost had the runner from first caught in a rundown between second and third, but then decided to throw home instead. That throw was wild, and another run scored for Ellsbury. So that accounts for runs 2 and 3 for Ellsbury. I go through that only because of this camera angle and how it does eliminate certain things that happen in the infield. But at any rate, we're back, and the hitter in the bottom of the second for St. Charles is number 13, Jordan Dowdle, their pitcher. This will be his first at-bat. Here's the pitch from Crenshaw. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Oh, a high strike. It's quickly 0-2. Swung on and fouled off. I was just about to say out of play. Damian Cagle made a valiant effort and lost it just in front of St. Charles's dugout. Dowdle stays alive and the count stays 0-2. Crenshaw delivers. Swung on and hit hard to the glove of the shortstop. The throw over to first pulls Cagle off the bag, and Dowdle is safe. All right, that's going to send up number 24, Colt Ohlendorf. St. Charles's catcher. Crenshaw delivers, and it's up for a ball. Up again, 2-0. Swung on and hit hard out into left. That one gets down for a base hit, and with nobody away, St. Charles has runners at first and second. That brings up number 8, Ron Grainer. Out in left field for St. Charles. He's got a lot to work with. 2 on, nobody away. And he takes a ball up high. That one's in for a strike. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss. Crenshaw delivers. Swung on and hit just past the glove of Ellsbury's shortstop. 1 run will score, and score easily. The ball gets away, and the runners advance down to second and third. That sends up number 3, Luke Harden. Here's the pitch, and it's up for a ball. Crenshaw delivers again. A high strike, 1-1. That one was up just a little too much. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the hitter. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back behind me, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Harden goes down swinging for out number 1. And that brings up number 10, Michael Winter. He's out in right field for St. Charles tonight. Swing and a miss. That one is up by a mile. It's 1-1. Ooh, I thought that was a ball. As it is, it's called as a high strike. 1-2. Crenshaw delivers. Swung on and popped up awkwardly into the infield. Falls right into the third baseman's glove for out number 2. That brings up number 4. That is Drew Cannon. So St. Charles has started their order all over again. Cannon popped foul to first, back in the first, and he takes a strike here in the second. Swung on and hit right to the glove of the shortstop. The throw over to first has him for out number 3. Not before they push a run across. The score now 3-1, still in Ellsbury's favor. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Ellsbury Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Back now for the top of the third. The hitter for Ellsbury should be number 16, Robert Ragaman, who walked back in the first. For those of you just joining us, we're at Blanchette Park, and we're watching Ellsbury's AAA team square off against St. Charles. Ellsbury leads 3-1. Dowdle is on the mound for St. Charles, and Crenshaw is the hurler so far for Ellsbury. All right, here's the pitch on its way, and that's in for a ball. Up again, 2-0. Perfect pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swung on and hit deep into right field, where it's caught on the run for out number 1. That sends up number 2, Cole Dickherber. He grounded out to third back in the first. The pitch. Dickherber takes a strike. Swung on, and that one is hit hard into right center, where it gets down and gets nearly to the wall for a 1-out double. One out, one on now for Bauer. He singled to center back in the first. Bauer takes a strike. Next one's in the dirt. It's an even count, 1 apiece. shoulders, 2-1. That one's in for a ball as well. It's 3-1 now. Ellsbury would love to have runners at first and second. Oh, a perfect pitch fills up the count. That's in for ball 4. It was close, though. So Ellsbury gets its wish. Runners at first and second for Blake Kendall. Kendall hit out to short back in the first. He was not thrown out at first. The out was at second to end the inning, so it was kind of a non-issue, and he takes a strike here in the third. Swung on and popped up into foul territory. It is playable, and St. Charles has it for out number 2. That'll bring up Almas. He walked back in the second. 2 on, 2 out. A 3-1 lead for Ellsbury. Here's the pitch from Dowdle. It's low. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Swung on and hit hard on the ground. That gets up the gap and into shallow center field. 1 run is going to score. It's 4-1 Ellsbury, and runners are still at first and second. Up steps number 9, Jacob Stoley, who flew out to center back in the second. Bauer over at second. Almas at first. Here's the pitch from Dowdle. It's in for a ball, just a little low. Pardon me. That one goes the other way. It's 2-0. That one missed as well, but it was a lot closer. 3 balls, no strikes to the hitter. Good pitch. That's in for strike 1. Up by a mile, and that loads the bases. Actually, it got away, and Bauer could have scored. But as it is, the bases stay loaded for number 99, Hunter Klein, who walked back in the second. Dowdle delivers. It's in for a strike. Swung on and fouled off behind me. It's quickly 0-2. Next pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The runners hold. Dowdle delivers again. In for a high strike three. Ellsbury loads the bases and leaves them stranded, but they do score another run. It's 4-1 now in their favor as we head to the bottom of the third. We'll be back.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, back now for the bottom of the third. The hitter is Bryce Labarge for St. Charles. He reached on an error last time back in the first. The score 4-1 in Ellsbury's favor. Labarge will be followed by number 40, T.J. Young, and number 19, Nick DeBeer. Swung on and hit on the ground toward Crenshaw. He boobles it, but not badly. Oh, yes, badly enough that the throw over to first is a mile too high. The ball gets away, and Labarge is down at second. What should have been an easy play for Crenshaw was briefly boobled near the pitcher's mound. He recovered quickly, but the underhanded throw to first base was something to behold, and it might cost him. I hope not. Young steps up. Here's the pitch. Swung on and launched into right field. That one doesn't get over the fence, but it bounces all the way to it. Labarge scores, making it 4-2. And Young is over at second. So an RBI double to right for Young. Sends up number 19, Nick DeBeer. He flew out to center back in the first. Ellsbury calls time. No pitching change. And we're back in business. DeBeer steps in. Pardon me. It's been a rough allergy season, fans. That combined with the dust. Swung on, and another one launched out into the outfield. That one gets down in front of Almas out in right. And St. Charles has runners at first and third. That sends up number 13, Jordan Dowdle, St. Charles's pitcher. He singled to second. Back in the second. Crenshaw delivers. Swung on and popped up toward third. Bauer has it. The runners stay at first and third. That sends up number 24, Colt Ohlendorf, who singled to left back in the second. Here's the pitch, and it's in for a high strike here in the third. Swung on and hit high into center field. It's caught on the run. But as it's caught, Young comes across to score, making it 4-3. That sends up number 8, Ron Grainer. He singled to left back in the second as well. St. Charles with the runner at second in scoring position. The pitch from Crenshaw is a strike. It's 0-1 to Grainer. Ellsbury's lead cut to just 1 now, and it's early. Crenshaw delivers. That one's up. It's 1-1. That one's in for a strike as well. Swung on and fouled back behind me. He'll stay alive, and the count will stay 1-2. That one's off the lower end of the bat. Another foul. Swung on and fouled off the fence in front of me. He gets another life. Hit hard on the ground toward short. The throw over to first is not there in time. And St. Charles has runners at first and third. That sends up number 3, Luke Harden. He struck out swinging back in the second. 2 away for St. Charles, and they are inching ever closer. Crenshaw delivers. Swung on and fouled back behind me again. 0-1. Up for a ball, the throw down to second. Has him for out number 3 after he outran the throw over to first. He might have been just a little too confident. So we head to the next one, and Ellsbury preserves a 1-run lead. It's 4-3 in their favor.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world. But here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, fans, we're back for the top of the fourth. We've had a pitching change for St. Charles. Dowdle is off the mound, and in for him is Dominic Pointer. And the first hitter for Ellsbury is going to be number 8, Damian Cagle. All right, Cagle steps up. And the offering from Pointer, swing and a miss. That one's in for a strike as well, 0-2. Oh, he struck Cagle out on 3 straight pitches. And that's going to start things over for Ellsbury as number 42, Zach Richardson, steps back up. Richardson grounded to second, back in the second, and walked back in the first. He fouls the first one off, out of play. 0-1. That one's in for a strike as well. This might be a quick half of the fourth. Up by a mile. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Richardson. Swung on and hit on the ground. The shortstop has it, but the throw over to first is no throw at all, and Richardson beats it out easily. That'll bring him number 16, Robert Roggeman. He flew out to right, back in the third, and walked back in the first. 1 out, 1 on for Ellsbury in their half of the fourth. They lead 4-3. Pointer delivers. Swung on and popped up right to the glove of the second baseman for out number 2. That'll bring up Cole Dickherber, or it should. He doubled to right center back in the third and grounded to third back in the first. Pointer delivers, the runner goes. That one is popped up toward right field, where it is caught for out number 3. So Ellsbury fails to get anything going here in their half of the fourth. As we head to the bottom, they still lead 4-3, but that is a slim, slim lead against this St. Charles team. We'll be back.
People's Bank & Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Ellsbury Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, fans, back now for the bottom of the fourth. Crenshaw still on the mound for Ellsbury, and the hitter for St. Charles will be number 3, Luke Harden, who was up at the plate and had 1 strike on him back in the third when a play at second ended the inning. All right, Harden steps in. Crenshaw delivers. Swung on and hit hard to center, but it's caught easily for out number 1. All right, that sends up number 14, Dominic Pointer, who came in to take over duties as pitcher in the bottom of, or excuse me, the top of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Up for a ball. He offered at that. It's 1-1. The pitch. Swung on, and that one is going to get deep into center as well, but it is caught for out number 2. Back-to-back fly balls to center, and St. Charles has 2 quick outs. That is going to bring up number 4, Drew Cannon, who grounded out to short back in the second and popped foul to first back in the first. Here's the pitch to him in the fourth, and he takes a ball. That one's low and gets all the way to the wall. Nobody's on to capitalize on that. 2 balls, no strikes. Up for a high strike, 2-1. Crenshaw delivers. Swung on, and that one is caught out in right field for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 5th. Ellsbury still enjoying a slim 4-3 lead. We'll be back.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the megabanks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, back now for the top of the fifth, and the hitter for Ellsbury will be number 35, Chase Bauer, who walked back in the third and singled to center back in the first. If you're just joining us, it's a 4-3 lead for Ellsbury, but they need some insurance. This is a tough St. Charles team. Here's the pitch from Pointer, and it misses for ball one. Looked like it was low and inside. It's an awkward view from here. It was at least low. Here's the next one. Swung on and popped up somewhere behind me. 1-1. In the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. Perfect pitch evens the count at 2-2. Swung on and fouled off again. He'll stay up there and the count remains 2-2. Swung on and hit right back to the glove of the pitcher. The throw over to first has him for out number 1. That sends Blake Kendall back up for Ellsbury. He popped foul to first back in the third. Hit out to short back in the first. And he takes a ball here in the fifth. Pointer delivers again. That one missed, but it couldn't have been by much. 2-0. Swing and a miss. History repeats itself. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him swinging. 2 away for Ellsbury in their half of the fifth. That brings up John Almas, who singled to center back in the third and walked back in the second. Time called. Here's the pitch. Almas jumps out of the way of ball 1. That one's way up, 2-0. Pointer delivers again. Up to make it 3-0. Almost flirting with a 2-out walk. Ellsbury would take it. Here's the pitch. That one was in for a strike, 3-1. Just like that, the count's full. Swing and a miss. He gets almost swinging. And Ellsbury's done here in the fifth. The score stays 4-3, still in their favor. St. Charles due back up here in a moment.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, back now for the bottom of the fifth. The hitter for St. Charles will be number 5, Bryce LaBarge. He reached second on an error back in the third, reached first on an error back in the first. He should buy a lottery ticket when he leaves here tonight. All right, LaBarge steps in. Crenshaw still on the mound for Ellsbury. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and that one's in for a ball. Swung on and fouled back. It's 1-1 now to LaBarge. Crenshaw delivers. Swung on and hit on the ground toward short. The throw over to first. Has him, but it was closer than I thought. That sends up T.J. Young, who had an RBI double to right back in the third and reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. Here's the pitch. Crenshaw delivers ball 1. That one's in for a ball as well. That was a strike. It's now 2-1 to the hitter. Young will be followed by DeBeer. And he takes a ball high, 3-1. Swung on and shot into right center where it gets down for a base hit. They're going to hold him at first. And that'll bring up Nick DeBeer. He singled to right back in the third and flew out to center back in the first. The first pitch is in for a ball. Swung on and fouled back, way back, 1-1. High strike makes it 1-2. Crenshaw throws over to first, and Young beats it back. That one is fouled back behind me. The count stays 1-2. In the dirt, it gets back to the wall, and Young is going to make it down to second without any trouble at all. It's a 2-2 count to DeBeer. Crenshaw delivers. Ball 3 fills the count. Swung on and hit over into left center. It's caught for the out, and Young holds at second. That brings up number 13, Jordan Dowdle. He popped up to third, back in the third, and singled to second, back in the second.
Let's go, Jordan. Let's go, Dowdle.
Swung on and fouled back off the fence, 0-1. Check swing, and that one's up for a ball, 1-1 now. Crenshaw fakes the throw to second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit right to Crenshaw's glove. The throw over to first. Once again, an awkward throw from Crenshaw, but it gets the job done for out number 3. The score stays 4-3 as St. Charles fails to tie it, and we'll be right back.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Back now for the top of the 6th. Fans, still a 4-3 lead for Ellsbury, and their hitter should be number 9, Jacob Stoley, who walked back in the 3rd and flew out to center back in the 2nd. If you're just joining us, we're at Blanchette Park in St. Charles. The address is 1900 Randolph if you've still got time to get down here. right, Stoley steps up, and Pointer delivers. That's in for a strike. That one swung on and fouled off. It's 0-2. The pitch misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Stoley goes down swinging to start things off for Ellsbury in their half of the 6th. And that brings up number 99, Hunter Klein, who struck out looking back in the 3rd and walked back in the 2nd. He shows bunt but pulls it back as the pitch is wild. That one missed by a hair. It's 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count to Klein at 2 apiece. That was up. The count's now full. That one was up as well. Klein won that one with a 1-out walk. That's the 2nd time he's walked in this game. And that brings up number 8, Damian Cagle, who struck out looking back in the 4th. He also had an RBI to center back in the 2nd before being thrown out trying to come all the way home. Here's the pitch. He shows a bunt and pulls it back for strike 1. That one missed. It's 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Cagle. Swing and a miss. Got him on 4 pitches. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Cagle. And up steps number 42, Zach Richardson. He singled to short back in the 4th, grounded to second back in the 2nd, and walked back in the 1st. The pitch. It's up for a ball. The runner goes. The throw down to second is not in time. That one misses. It's ball 2. Up again, 3-0. That one didn't miss. It's 3-1. That one didn't miss either. The count's full. The runner goes. The pitch is low for a ball. Actually, the runner went just a little too soon, and he's out at third. That does it for Ellsbury's half of the sixth, and they waste one. We'll be back.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, fans, we're back for the bottom of the sixth. The hitter for St. Charles will be Colt Ohlendorf. He popped up to center back in the third and singled to left back in the second. Crenshaw delivers, and Ohlendorf takes a strike, 0-1. Swung on and chopped foul. 2 strikes. Check swing, and it's up for a ball. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ohlendorf goes down swinging for the first out. That sends up number 8, Grainer. He singled to short back in the third and singled to left back in the second. The first pitch misses just a hair. Grainer fouled off the bunt attempt. It's 1-1. Swung on and fouled back again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up again, 2-2. Here's the next one from Crenshaw. And it's up. It fills the count. Swung on and hit out into center field. Should be an easy catch, and is, for out number 2. That'll send up number 3, Luke Harden, who flew out to center back in the 4th. Struck out swinging in the 2nd and had an at-bat interrupted by a play at second in the 3rd. Here's the pitch, and he takes a strike. Just a little low, 1-1. That one's up for ball 2. It's a 2-1 count. That one missed again. Swung on and chopped to short. The throw over to first has him for out number 3. We'll be back.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Ellsbury Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For the top of the 7th, a 4-3 lead for Ellsbury. They are trying to squeak out a win against a very tough St. Charles team. And Ellsbury's first hitter should be number 16, Robert Roggeman. Roggeman popped up to second back in the 4th, flew out to right back in the 3rd, and walked in the 1st. All right, Roggeman steps in. He's facing Pointer, relatively new hitter for St. Charles. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Pointer came in back in the 4th to relieve Dowdle. All right, and they're going to say Roggeman went all the way around on that one. 0-2. The pitch. Misses by a hair. 1-2. I do see that our picture has become just a little bit cloudy. So far we're at a loss as to how to fix that. It does self-correct, or tends to, as Roggeman swings and misses for out number 1. Up steps Cole Dickherber. He popped up to right, I should say, back in the fourth. Doubled to right center back in the third, and grounded to third back in the first. Here's the pitch from Pointer, and it's up for a ball. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Swing and a miss one more time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit on the ground toward third. The throw over to first. Pulls the fielder off the bag, and Dickherber reaches on the error. All right, so not a call without controversy, to say the least, as you can probably hear. But Dickherber is safe at first. And that brings up number 35, Chase Bauer, who chopped out to the pitcher back in the fifth, walked in the third, and singled to center back in the first. Here's the pitch. Bauer swings and misses. Missed it all again. It's 0-2. Got him on 3 straight. Bauer is out number 2. That brings up Blake Kendall. He struck out swinging himself back in the fifth. The pitch. In for a called strike, 0-1. Kendall also popped foul to first back in the third and hit to short back in the first. Pointer delivers. Missed just a little bit. It's 1-1. Way up there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch on its way, and he fouled that one off. It's a 2-2 count. Either the ball or the bat glanced off of the catcher's. I can't tell exactly what part of the catcher it glanced off of. He's holding his. Looked like he was holding his left eye, but he seems to be okay. Ladies and gentlemen, between innings, I may shut things down just for a second and restart, hoping that our picture clears up a little bit. If not, we've lost nothing for the attempt. Kendall steps back in, 2 balls, 2 strikes to the hitter. Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt. That one misses on the inside, and it's going to send Kendall down to first with a 2-out walk. That brings up John Almas. Almas struck out swinging in the fifth, singled to center in the third, and walked in the second. Swing and a miss. Pointer delivers. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to Almas. Got him on 3 straight, so the runners don't matter as Almas goes down swinging for the 2nd straight time. That'll do it for Ellsbury here in the 7th. The lead stays 4-3. We'll be back.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, fans, I'm not sure if that little experiment improved our picture by much, but like I said, we didn't have anything to lose. We're back now for St. Charles' half of the 7th. They trail 4-3, and their hitter will be number 14, Dominic Pointer, who flew out to center back in the 4th. All right, that clears it up a little bit, for a second anyway. We'll stick with it. At any rate, we're back in business as Pointer steps up. Crenshaw still on the mound for Ellsbury. Here's the pitch, swung on and hit hard on the ground to short. The throw over to first has him for out number 1. That sends up number 4, Drew Cannon. He flew out to right back in the 4th. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. That one found the right path. It's 1-1. Low again. 2 balls, 1 strike to Cannon. He'll be followed by number 5, Bryce LaBarge. The pitch on its way. That one was up for a high strike. 2 apiece. Crenshaw delivers. Oh, and that one hits him in the back. So up steps LaBarge. He grounded to short back in the 5th and reached second on an error back in the 3rd. He also reached first on an error back in the 1st. Here's the pitch from Crenshaw, swung on and chopped toward the glove of the third baseman, who comes over to make a valiant attempt at a great play, but the throw over to first misses by a mile, and St. Charles has runners at first and third. That sends up number 40, T.J. Young. He singled to right center back in the fifth, had an RBI double to right back in the third, and reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. Crenshaw delivers, and it's up for a ball. The pitch. Just missed. 2-0. That one's up as well. One more of those, and St. Charles is going to have the bases loaded. That one's in for a high strike. It's 3-1. Crenshaw needs two more of those. Swing and a miss. That fills the count. In for a called strike three. The runner goes. The throw down to second. Oh, at first they had him out. They reversed that call. The score is now tied. That brings up number 19, Nick DeBeer, who flew out to left center back in the fifth. The pitch is in for a strike. Crenshaw delivers again. That one just a little low, 1-1. Up for a high strike, 1-2. Swung on and hit high and hard into center. That one is caught for out number 3, but not before St. Charles ties it. It's 4 apiece as we go to the 8th.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, fans, back now for the top of the 8th, and the hitter for Ellsbury will be number 9, Jacob Stoley, who struck out swinging back in the 6th. walked in the third, and flew out to center back in the second. Score now 4-4. All right, Stoley steps up. Pointer still on the mound for St. Charles, and why not? He's an awesome pitcher. Here's the delivery. That one misses for ball one. That one missed as well, just a little low, 2-0. Swung on and lined to right center field. It gets down and bounces all the way to the wall. He's going to stretch it into a double. That sends up number 99, Hunter Klein. He walked back in the sixth, struck out looking in the third, and walked in the second. He shows a bunt, pulls it back to take a strike. He followed through with that bunt and fouled it off. It's 0-2. That one was up and in. The runner was going. It's 1-2 to the hitter now. That one's up as well. It's an even count, 2 apiece. In for a called strike 3, got him looking. That'll send up Damian Cagle. He struck out swinging in the sixth, struck out looking in the fourth. Takes a ball way high here in the eighth. Cagle had a bomb to center field back in the second that accounted for most of Ellsbury's scoring here tonight. He himself was thrown out at home, however. The pitch. Cagle takes ball 2. No doubt about that one. Strike 1, it's 2-1. Pointer delivers, swing and a miss. That evens the count at 2 apiece. In the dirt, the runner holds, and it is a full count. Check swing, and it's ball 4. Runners now at first and second for Ellsbury. And that brings up number 42, Zach Richardson. Time called by St. Charles. We might have a pitching change, I'm not sure. Nope, they're going to leave things just the way they are. Richardson steps up. He walked back in the 6th, singled to short in the 4th, grounded to second in the 2nd, and walked back in the 1st. Pointer delivers, swung on and fouled back. Fouled back again. Here's the pitch. Richardson takes the ball. 1-2. That one looked good. Fortunately for Ellsbury, it's ball 2. The count's even. Swung on and lifted just barely into the outfield. It gets down in between 2 fielders, and Ellsbury has the bases loaded. That brings up Robert Roggeman, who struck out swinging back in the 7th, popped up to second in the 4th, flew out to right in the 3rd, and walked back in the 1st. Swung on and fouled back, 0-1. Pointer delivers. That's in for a strike, 0-2. Swung on and popped up just behind first base. The center fielder has it. The play at the plate has Jacob Stoley for out number 3 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. The score stays tied at 4 apiece.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, we're back for the bottom of the 8th, tied at 4 apiece. Crenshaw still on the mound for Ellsbury, and the hitter for St. Charles should be and is number 13, Jordan Dowdle. Crenshaw delivers, and Dowdle fouls off the bunt attempt, 0-1. Swung on and fouled back again. 2 strikes. That one's up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Crenshaw delivers again. Swung on and popped up. It's not going to get very far into the infield as Crenshaw has it for out number 1. All right, Colt Ohlendorf steps back up. He struck out swinging back in the 6th. Swings at the first pitch. And fouls it off down along the first base side where Damian Cagle has it for out number 2. That brings up number 8, Grainer, who flew out to center back in the 6th. 2 away quickly for St. Charles here in their half of the 8th. Crenshaw delivers, swung on, and lined right to the glove of the right fielder. 3 up, 3 down. The score stays 4 apiece as we head to the 9th.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, back now for the top of the 9th. The hitter for Ellsbury is number 2, Cole Dickherber. He reached on an error back in the 7th, popped to right back in the 4th, doubled to right center in the 3rd, and grounded to 3rd back in the 1st. All right, Dickherber steps up. Here's the pitch from Pointer. Swung on and fouled back. He's swinging tonight. He fouled that one off as well. It's 0-2. Dickherber has been aggressive at the plate. He'll be followed by Bauer. And then Kindle if nothing changes. Here's the pitch. In for a called strike 3. Got him looking. All right, Bauer struck out swinging back in the 7th, chopped out to the pitcher back in the 5th, walked in the 3rd, and singled to center back in the 1st. Here's the pitch, and he takes a ball here in the 9th. That one's in for a strike. It's 1-1. That one found the mark as well. 1-2. Pointer delivers. Just a little low. 2-2 to Bauer. And a high strike 3. Got Bauer looking. So back-to-back strikeouts now for Ellsbury. They're down to their last out here in the 9th. And up steps number 11, Blake Kendall. He walked back in the 7th. The pitch, way up there, ball 1. Kendall also struck out swinging in the 5th, popped foul to first back in the 3rd, and hit to short back in the 1st. Pointer delivers again. Swung on and fouled back, 1-1. Up in pretty much the same spot as the first pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now to Kendall. That was in the dirt. Swing and a miss. The pitch was dropped. The throw to first has him. For out number 3, we head to the bottom of the 9th, still tied at 4.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back now for the bottom of the 9th. The hitter for St. Charles will be number 3, Luke Harden. We're tied at 4 apiece. No matter what, Ellsbury will be back here tomorrow night, as this is double elimination. All right, here we go. Crenshaw has stayed on the mound all night. He delivers now, and it's up for ball 1 to Harden. I thought that one was a pretty good pitch. Apparently it Didn't meet with the approval of the man in blue. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Up for ball 3. Walked him on 4 straight. That is not what Ellsbury needs to be doing. And it sends up number 14, Dominic Pointer, who grounded out to short back in the 7th. Time called by Ellsbury. And all right, they are going to pull Crenshaw out here in the 9th after a solid job here against St. Charles. And they put Caleb Bauer on the mound while he warms up. We're going to cut away for a few more commercial breaks.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world. But here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, back now for the final few warm-up pitches for Bauer. There is 1 on and nobody away for St. Charles here in their half of the 9th. They are looking to finish this one in sort of a sudden death format. We're tied 4-4. If Bauer can hold St. Charles off, obviously we'll go into extra innings here in tournament play at Blanchette Park. The hitter here in just a second will be number 14, Dominic Pointer, who was brought in as the relief pitcher back in the 4th inning. All right, we're in business as Pointer steps in. Here's the first one on its way from Bauer. No, he spins and throws to first. That was a quick move over to first, but not quick enough. The pitch is in for a ball. Another throw to first, not in time. Yet another throw over to first. Bauer delivers. It's low for a ball, 2-0. Boy, Bauer is determined to nail the runner at first. That's at least 5 throws over there since he came in, which was just a heartbeat ago. Another throw to first. the pitch. And it's bunted right back up to the pitcher. The play at second has him. The play at first has him as well. A beautiful double play turned by Ellsbury here in the ninth to take some pressure off. That brings up number 4, Drew Cannon, who was hit by a pitch back in the 7th. Here's the pitch from Bauer. In for a strike. Just a little low that time, 1-1. That one missed the other way, and it was up for ball 2. The count 2-1 now to Cannon, 2 away for St. Charles in their half of the ninth. We're tied at 4. In the dirt, 3-1. Bauer in danger of committing the 2-out walk. Bauer delivers. That was up for a strike. It's a full count. Just low enough to send him to first. And that sends up number 5, Bryce Labarge. He reached on an error back in the 7th. In fact, he's reached on errors in the 7th, the 3rd, and the 1st. Grounded out once. That was in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Bauer has a quick move to first, but not quite quick enough tonight. Here's the pitch. Just a little low, 1-1. Swung on and popped foul back behind me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bauer with yet another throw over to first. It's going to pay off for him, hopefully tonight. Here's the pitch. Swung on and lined to Richardson over at second. He steps on the bag for out number 3, and we go to extra innings. We'll be back.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
All right, fans, welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're joining us in the 10th inning. We're tied at 4 apiece. Ellsbury is up, and their hitter should be number 14, John Almas, who struck out swinging in the 7th and the 5th. He singled to center in the 3rd and walked in the 2nd. Almas settles in. Here is the pitch from Pointer, and it's inside. Swung on and hit on the ground toward the shortstop. It bounces over his glove, and Almas reaches on the error. That brings up Jacob Stoley. He doubled to right center back in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Stoley swings and fouls one off out of play, 0-1. Just a little low, 1-1 now to Stoley. Swung on and lifted high and hard. It might get into shallow left center. No, not even that far. The shortstop has it for out number 1. That sends up number 99, Hunter Klein. He struck out looking in the 8th, struck out looking in the 3rd, and then walked in the 6th and the 2nd. So he's had kind of an interesting night. 1 on, 1 out for Ellsbury in their half of the 10th. The pitch. Klein takes a strike. That one's fouled back, 0-2.
Keep it up, 1-4. Keep it up, babe.
Pointer looks in and finally has the one he wants. Here's the delivery. It's up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Klein goes down swinging for out number 2. And that sends up number 8, Damian Cagle, who walked back in the 8th. He also struck out swinging in the 6th and struck out looking in the 4th as Pointer throws over to first and Almas beats it back. First pitch is in for a ball. Up again, 2-0. In the dirt, and it gets away. Almas is going to make it down to second easily. 3 balls, no strikes to Cagle. That one's in for ball 4, and it sends Cagle down to first. Ellsbury now with runners at first and second for Zach Richardson. Time called by St. Charles. Richardson reached on an error out in shallow right field back in the 8th. All right, we're back in business as the pitcher for St. Charles needed a towel. We're ready to go. Runners at first and second for Ellsbury, 2 away. Richardson the hitter. Here's the pitch. Richardson takes a ball. In for a strike, 1-1. That one's in the dirt. The runners hold. 2 balls, 1 strike to Richardson. Swung on, it jammed him. He fouled it off. 2-2. All right, time called as Richardson steps out, and just like that, we're back. Pointer checks the runner over at second. That's Almas. The pitch. Richardson swings and chops it right to Pointer's glove. The throw over to first has Richardson, and Ellsbury strands 2 as we head to the bottom of the 10th.
Hi, my name is Jerry Callahan, pharmacist and owner of the medicine shops in Troy and Ellsbury Pharmacy. We strive every day to bring better service, better value, and better health care to our friends in our communities. We want to say thank you for your support, and we're proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
All right, fans, welcome back to the bottom of the 10th. The score's still 4-4 And the hitter for St. Charles will be number 40, TJ Young. He's been very, very dangerous tonight. Single to right center back in the 5th, double to right back in the 3rd. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st. If you're just joining us, Caleb Bauer has recently taken the mound to relieve Crenshaw, who pitched a great game. Bauer closed out the bottom of the 9th. The pitch. And Young takes a strike, 0-1. That one's in for a strike as well. A good start for Bauer. Time called as Young steps out. Swung on and hit hard on the ground to first base. Cagle has it and steps on the bag for out number 1. That'll bring up number 19, Nick DeBeer. He flew out to center back in the 7th, also in the 5th. Singled to right in the 3rd and flew out to center in the 1st. The pitch from Bauer, in for a strike. Here's the next one. Swung on and hit on the ground to short. Richardson has it, actually over at second. The throw to first is out number 2. That brings up number 13, Jordan Dowdle. He popped up to the pitcher back in the 8th, hit to the pitcher in the 5th, popped up to third in the 3rd, and singled to second back in the 2nd. He swings and fouls one off here in the 10th. That one just missed. It's 1-1. Up for a ball, 2-1 now. Swung on and hit on the ground to second. The throw over to first has him for out number 3. We head to the top of the 11th. Still scored at still tied at 4 apiece, excuse me.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, fans, back now for the top of the 11th. We've had a pitching change for St. Charles. They've brought in number 4, Drew Cannon, as a reliever. He's coming in for Pointer, who relieved Dowdle. So 3 pitchers for St. Charles, and this one 2 for Ellsbury so far. The hitter for Ellsbury should be number 16, Robert Roggeman. He popped up to shallow right back in the 8th. All right, Roggeman steps in. Here's the pitch. That one misses, ball 1. Roggeman was taking all the way and took strike 1. It's 1-1 now. Here's the next one. Just missed. 2-1. That one missed as well. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Roggeman. He'd take a leadoff walk, as he did in the first. Well, he wasn't leading off at the time. That one caught on the inside corner. 3-2. Swung on, and he hit a ton. That one's going to bounce all the way to center field. And he is safe, but barely out at second. That brings up Cole Dickherber. He struck out looking back in the 9th. Here's the pitch, and he fouls one back. That one's up to even the count at 1 apiece. Swung on and fouled back behind me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was up for a ball, but it was swung on. It gets to the glove of the shortstop, and the throw over to first has him, but it does advance Roggeman down to third. That brings up number 35, Chase Bauer, who's been on the mound for the last few innings. He struck out looking in the 9th and swinging in the 7th. Time called by St. Charles. We'll stay with you. Ellsbury now with 1 away and a runner over at third. All right, Bauer steps in. We're ready to go. Here's the pitch. In for a called strike, 0-1. Swung on a laced foul down along the first base side, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on 3 straight. And that brings up number 11, Blake Kendall. Kendall struck out back in the 9th. He takes a strike here in the 11th, 0-1. Up just a bit, 1-1. That one missed the other direction, but not by much. 2 balls, 1 strike. Those last 2 pitches looked good. But what do I know? And they're working out in our favor. It's 3-1. That one is fouled back behind me to fill up the count. Up for ball 4. Let's see what Ellsbury can do with that. Runners at the corners now for John Almas. Here's the pitch. Almas swings and fouls one off. A high strike. 0-2 to Almas. Swing and a miss. Almas goes down swinging, and Ellsbury Strand's runners at first and third. We're now headed to the bottom of the 11th, and we'll see what St. Charles can do. We're still tied, 4-4.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, fans, back now for the bottom of the 11th. The hitter for St. Charles will be number 24, Colt Ohlendorf, who popped foul to first back in the 8th, struck out swinging in the 6th, popped to center in the 3rd, and singled to left back in the 2nd. Ohlendorf steps in, and Bauer delivers. It's in for a ball. Oh, that one hit him in the left wrist, and that hurt just watching. That brings up number 8, Grainer, who lined out to right back in the 8th, flew out to center in the 6th, and singled in the 3rd and in the 2nd. Here's the pitch. He shows a bunt. Takes a ball. The throw down to first is not in time. In again for a ball. That one's in for a strike. He's shown a bunt all 3 times. Bauer throws over to first again, and again it's not in time. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. 3-1 now to Grainer. Low for another ball. ball. Runners at first and second. That sends up number 3, Luke Harden. Harden walked back in the 9th. Hit to short back in the 6th. And failed to reach base in the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. Have we had another pitching change? Yes, they've brought in number 9, Jacob Stoley, to pitch for Ellsbury. While he warms up, I'll cut away and run a few more commercials.
Are you familiar with or have you experienced water damage in your business or home? Even if the damage is small, repairs can be very costly, not to mention the unpleasant sight and smell of the damaged area. It's okay. Heartland Restoration is here to help. Give us a chance on your next project. Call 314-993-6377 today.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, fans, we're back as Harden bunts, and bunts the first one foul, 0-1. We're in the bottom of the 11th, the score tied at 4 apiece. St. Charles has runners at first and second. That one drops in for a ball. It's 1-1. Nice bunt back to the pitcher. The play is at third, and that's the only place there's a play. Runners safe at first and second. All right, that is going to send up number 14, Dominic Pointer. One away. That one's in for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Let's see if Stoley can get Ellsbury out of this one. The pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 away as Pointer goes down swinging. That sends up number 4, Drew Cannon, who has taken over pitching duties for his team. Stoley delivers, and it's in the dirt for ball 1 to Cannon. Inside, 2-0. Up just a bit. 3 balls, no strikes. It's a high strike, making it 3-1. Very, very low, and it walks him. So with 2 away and a 4-4 score here in the bottom of the 11th, St. Charles has the bases loaded for Bryce Labarge. Swing and a miss. Stoley delivers. That one is launched out into left field. Foul. 0-2. The pitch from Stoley swung on. He straightened it out this time. That one is caught out in shallow center. So St. Charles loads the bases and then strands them all. We head to the 12th. Still tied at 4-4.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world. But here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
All right, fans, we're back now for the top of the 12th. The hitter for Ellsbury should be number 9, Jacob Stoley, who recently took over on the mound for Ellsbury. We're tied at 4 apiece and have been for a long time now. right, up steps Mr. Stoley. And here's the delivery. He takes a strike. That one's in for a strike as well. It's 0-2. Swung on and fouled back. He'll stay alive. That one's up, 1-2. In the dirt, that one evens the count. Swung on and hit hard right off the glove of the second baseman, and Stoley's going to reach on the error. That brings up Hunter Klein. There's a throw over to first. Stoley's back in time. There's a nice bunt put down along the first base side. It stays fair. Actually, it doesn't. It rolls foul. And Stoley's going to come back with an 0-1 count. I thought sure that one had stayed fair. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt again. This one lands right in the glove of the pitcher for out number 1. That sends up Damian Cagle. Another throw over to first, and Stoley beats it back. That one drops. 1 ball, no strikes to Cagle. Swing and a miss. 1-1. That one's fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In for a ball, the throw down to second. Got him for out number 2. That clears the bases, takes some pressure off the new pitcher, or relatively new pitcher. It's an even count, 2 apiece to Cagle. Here's the pitch. In for another ball. Count's now full. Swing and a miss. Cagle goes down swinging. That ends Ellsbury's half of the 12th. We stay tied at 4 apiece.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, we're back for the bottom of the 12th. The hitter for St. Charles will be T.J. Young, who grounded out to first back in the 10th. All right, there's the throw down to second. Warm-ups are over for Ellsbury. I think it's going to come down to a simple matter of which team wears out first more than anything else. This has been a long 12-inning game. And Young steps up. Here's the pitch. Stoley delivers ball 1. Swung on and fouled off down along the first base side, 1-1. Stoley delivers again, and it's up. 2-1. Way low, 3-1. Ellsbury has walked the leadoff hitter multiple times in this game. Swung on and hit fair to the glove of the first baseman. He boobles it slightly but manages to make the play. Young is out number 1. That sends up Nick DeBeer. He grounded to second back in the 10th. I thought that was inside. It's a called strike, 0-1. Swung on and hit hard into right field. That one's caught by Almas for out number 2. That'll bring up number 13, Jordan Dowdle. He grounded to second back in the 10th. In the dirt, ball 1. Low again. 2-0 to Dowdle. Barely a strike, but Ellsbury will take it 2-1. Swung on and hit hard off the chest of the third baseman. Will the throw beat him anyway? Yes, he is out number 3 as we head to inning number 13, and we'll be back.
At Ellsbury Pharmacy and Medicine Shop in Troy, we know what a pharmacy is meant to be. We take the time to know you and your healthcare needs. Most prescriptions are filled in 15 minutes or less, and we offer free local delivery and a friendly and knowledgeable staff to answer your questions. Better service, better value, better healthcare. Locally owned and operated and proud to be your local independent pharmacies in Ellsbury and Troy. Visit us online at medicineshoprx.com.
Since 1995, Heartland Restoration has specialized in all types of masonry repairs, concrete restoration, above and below grade waterproofing, snow removal, epoxy joint repair or replacement, and all types of floor coatings. Our mission is to serve you with over 35 years of experience, someone you can trust to do the job right the first time. If you have a project, big or small, please give us a call. Heartland Restoration, 314-993-6377.
All right, fans, back now for the top of the 13th, still tied at 4 apiece. This has been an extremely even game between Ellsbury and St. Charles, this AAA postseason tournament late night game. The hitter for Ellsbury is going to be number 42, Zach Richardson. All right, we're in business. Richardson steps in. Here's the pitch, and he takes a ball high. Here's the next one on its way. And again for a ball, 2-0. Swung on and hit awkwardly to left. Will it get down in fair territory? No. A long strike 1. 2-1 now to Richardson as he makes the long walk back. Here's the pitch. Richardson takes another ball, 3-1. Inside, ball 4 sends him down to first with a leadoff walk. That sends back up Ragaman, or sends Ragaman back up, I should say. The pitch in for a called strike. The bunt attempt is fouled back, 0-2. Time called over at home plate as Ragaman steps out. All right, we're back in. Here's the pitch. Ragaman takes a ball up high. That one missed as well. It's 2-2. Swung on and hit high into right center. That one falls right into the glove for out number 1. Actually, more just a right. That brings up Cole Dickherber. Here it is. Dickherber takes strike 1. Cannon delivers. Dickherber swings and launches this one foul and just out of play. 0-2. That one swung on and chopped underneath the glove of the pitcher. Will he beat the throw? No, they have got him for out number 2. All right, so it's all up to Chase Bauer. Here's the pitch from Cannon. Bauer takes a ball up high. Swung on and fouled off. That should be out of play. And is 1-1 the count now. That one swung on and fouled off again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Bauer goes down swinging. That ends Ellsbury's chances in the 13th. As we head to the bottom of the inning, we're still tied at 4 apiece.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Ellsbury, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, welcome back now, fans, for the bottom of the 13th. That's right. You heard me, the bottom of the 13th. We have been tied at 4 apiece since probably the 6th inning. Bauer on the mound for Ellsbury, and the hitter for St. Charles, Colt Ohlendorf. He was hit by a pitch back in the 11th. And he fouls the first one off here in the 13th, 0-1. Stoley delivers. Check swing, and it's up for a ball. That one dropped. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. That missed on the inside corner. 3-1. He just got a piece of that one, and it fills the count. Fouled off again. He stays alive. Stoley delivers. It swung on and hit right back to his glove. The throw over to first is academic, and it gets him for out number 1. That brings up Ron Granner. He walked back in the 11th. The pitch in the dirt. Swung on and hit hard. That's going to get up the gap. And into shallow right center for a single. Up steps Luke Harden. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the 11th. First pitch misses by a hair. 1 ball, no strikes. Stoley throws over to first. It's not in time. Here's the pitch. It's in for a strike. The throw down to second is not even close. It's 1-1 to the hitter. Stoley delivers. It's up for ball 2. Low, ball 3. And he hops out of the way of ball 4. That's going to put runners at first and second for number 14, Dominic Pointer. He struck out swinging back in the 11th. Oh, and there's a balk against Stoley. Okay, well, at first I thought they had called a balk against Stoley. As it is, the runners are going to go back to first and second. That was a little confusing. Thought they were headed down to second and third. St. Charles's coach is livid, as are their fans. Bear with me, fans. They're still talking that one over, and Ellsbury has a little conference on the mound. All right, well, that one got a little ugly, and I'm still not sure why the call was reversed. But it definitely was no balk, or at least not in the books. Runners at first and second for St. Charles. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Pointer. Swung on and hit deep into right field. Almost goes all the way back and misses the catch. It gets to the wall. One run is going to score, and St. Charles wins this one 5-4 in fairly anticlimactic fashion for Ellsbury, but not for St. Charles. Once again, a 5-4 win for St. Charles. Tune in to the Ellsbury Democrats Facebook page and the Ellsbury Legion Baseball website for announcements as to who our opponent will be tomorrow, but we will play here again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. In the meantime, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy the rest of your night.